Hi, my name is Erica. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing all my favorite English paper piecing supplies. So I have done a few tutorials on English paper piecing and how to do that. I will make sure to link those below. Today I just wanted to share some of the supplies that I use every time I English paper piece. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So my first thing I want to highlight are these Sew-Line glue pins. So these are just little glue sticks, and then this is what the refill looks like. And when you take off the lid, you just have your little glue in there, and you can use that to glue baste your items. I prefer glue basting, so I actually use this Sew-Line glue stick all the time. There are other ones out there. I think Sue Daly also has her own version, and I haven't tried that one. I just kind of went with these because I already love Sew-Line products, and so this is working great for me. So I haven't felt like it's not working. I need to try something else. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this one for this, but let me know in the comments below if you've used another one that you like better. The next thing you're going to want is a nice little sharp pair of scissors. These are my favorite ones. These are OmniGrid 4-inch scissors. They're super sharp. They even come with this little end on them here, but they're really nice and sharp and small, and they're perfect to put in your bag, but you will just need some kind of little pair of scissors. The other thing for English paper piecing that is one of my favorites, and I gave one of these away last year, is this rotating mat. So you can kind of hear it. It's rotating on bearings, and it actually will stay spinning for you. So it's really nice and when you're trying to cut out all those little weird angles for your English paper piecing. Now, some of the ones that sit on foam that rotate, honestly, I feel like it's just easier to rotate the whole mat than to try and rotate the top part of it, because it doesn't spin very well. So I'm like, what's the point? But this one actually spins quite well. And of course it's pink, so what's not to love there? It comes in different sizes. This might be I don't know if this is the larger size, small size. I'll put it on the screen below. But I do love it. And it just has this black kind of backing on it, so it sits nice and secure on your table. And then, like I said, the top spins really well. And it's perfect when you're cutting out all those weird shaped English paper piecing pieces. My next favorite EPP item are these little hand sewing pins by Tulip. These are size 10, and they're just nice, sharp little small needles, and they have a decent sized eye on them, which really helps because my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. I do have to wear some glasses, probably feature that in this video too, but these are really nice. They're not very long, and so they're just really easy to do that English paper piecing with, and I do show these in my EPP video, but these are my favorite, and they come in this cute little vial, and so I just keep those in my bag, and they're just super easy and accessible. My next favorite EPP notion are these little Sew Tights. These are the Sew Tight Hearts from Tula Pink, and these are magnetic, and so they're strong. There we go. So you just pull the magnetic backing off the back, and then you can use these to clip your two pieces together while you're stitching them together. They hold everything in place, and then you don't have anything moving around on you, and you aren't like gripping it so tight with your hand. You can just stitch without any kind of strain on your hands. So these are great for holding your little pieces together while you're sewing. And I just keep them right here in my craft to go tote. This thing right here has a little magnet in it, but honestly, you could just put some cardboard on there, and they would stay just fine as well. And while we're at it, let's just go ahead and talk about my craft to go case. This is another one of my favorite EPP notions. This is also great for cross stitch as well, or embroidery. It's got this nice big pocket over here on the left side. This houses all of my bigger pieces, and so I just keep everything I'm working on this side. And then on this side, it has all of my threads. It's got my needles, my sew tights. It's got a little pocket there for scissors, and then this white thing over here is a little piece of batting, and I keep all of my in-progress needles just tucked into that batting. The other thing it has is a nice zipper pouch on the front, and so you can keep your pattern in here, or just anything else that you want. I have my Tula Pink pattern stuck in there, and so it's just really nice. It does zip up, and then you can just grab it, toss it in your car, take it with you to the couch, to a craft night, or anything like that, and you have all your supplies in one place. So this is a free tutorial on my channel. I will make sure to link it below. Let's talk about how to cut your fabric. Now, of course, you can get yourself a handy pair of scissors. These are Ginger scissors. They are my favorite scissors. Anyone in the house knows that they are not to touch these scissors. And you can hand cut out your fabrics. You can also use a rotary trimmer. This is my preferred method just because I feel like it's faster, but if I were traveling and I needed to cut some fabric out, then I would definitely go ahead and go with the scissors because they're easier to travel with. But you can also bring this little rotating cutting mat with you and cut. I've cut in my car before on this, so you know, you do whatever works for you. So the next thing I want to share with you is this Stella Go Light. This is one of my new favorite acquisitions, and this light is so great because I do a lot of my English paper piecing in the evenings, and so I just need adequate lighting, and especially if we're watching a movie, I can just put this right on my chair and it can go over my lap. It's not bothering everybody else, but it gives me really good light. So I'll go ahead and turn it on so you can kind of see it. It has different modes, so 3 different modes, and then of course you can turn it down or you can turn it up. And then this does come with a chargeable base. And so you just set it on the base. These little arrows indicate the charge that it's charging. The base can also charge your phone. And so it's just kind of nice and handy. And so I really haven't been stitching without this, just because like I said, I like to do it in the evening, and having adequate lighting is kind of a must for me. So this is definitely one of my top picks for English paper piecing. I also use it for cross stitching and knitting in the evenings. And then lastly, let's just talk about thread I use for my English paper piecing. I pretty much strictly stick to my ORIFIL thread. This is 50 weight thread. It comes in a variety of different colors. I have a ton here. I will show you that. And I just keep them in my case. I have whatever colors I need in there, and they're really nice. One thing I love about ORIFIL thread is I don't feel like it tangles as easily, but it is still strong enough to not like tear apart on you if you're going through those English paper piecing pieces. And so I really love this. I know some people prefer the 80 weight. It's a lot thinner. I tried that because it doesn't show up quite as much on your pieces if your stitching isn't perfect, which mine definitely isn't. But I will say that that one tangled on me like crazy. And when I was trying to pull knots at the end, a lot of times I had it break on me, and I just was really frustrated with that. So I stick to the 50 weight. The other reason this is nice is because I use 50 weight in my quilting. And so it's kind of dual purpose. I can use this for binding quilt projects. I can also use it for EPP. And then I don't have to buy like a bunch of different kinds of thread. So this is what I use. I love it. It's definitely one of my faves. Of course, another one of my faves and most used items in my sewing room are my readers. Because I'm getting a little bit older, or especially if I'm English paper piecing or cross stitching and I need to see what I'm doing, I have to wear reading glasses. These are Pioneer Woman ones that I got from Walmart, but I also love the site readers.com. This is not sponsored, but they have really inexpensive readers on there. And so I just order kind of a handful of them. They're all over the house. I can never find them, but I just keep getting more. So, and I try and make sure they're cute, because I mean, who wants to be wearing ugly readers? But look how cute these ones are. And she has like 3 different colors, so they're fun. I will say that I threw these in my bag, so I got a little scratch on these, which is unfortunate because they are my favorite ones. I mean, they're so cute, right? Like, so I felt like I better give my readers an honorable mention because they do a lot of work in my sewing room. The other thing I love for English paper piecing is templates. Now, you can do a lot of different English paper piecing thing by printing templates off online and cutting them out yourself, but that's just so much extra work that I'm just not willing to do. So if I'm going to be doing a pattern, I will usually go ahead and splurge and buy the templates. I find they're super helpful. Saves me a ton of time. So one of the things that I got when I started mine was this set from Tula Pink, and these are actually the acrylic rulers that come with the pattern. And so you can use these to fussy cut your items. It makes it so much easier. And then this inside line right here is the actual size of the template. I also bought the pattern itself that comes with the paper templates. I have found that to be way more helpful than trying to cut them all myself, and just is really a time saver. So I did go ahead and splurge on these. It is an added expense. You don't have to do it, but as far as time saving and ease of use, I really like getting these with my projects. And then lastly, you're just gonna need some fun fabric. So I've got this stash. This is my Pam Kitty Morning Stash. This is such a fun fabric line. It's got all kinds of fun, bright colors in it, and I had a lot of scraps of these, and so this is actually kind of perfect. I've just got these random fabric bits in here, and they're perfect for these English paper piecing pieces because you don't need a whole lot and they can be like weird shapes. I highly recommend digging into your stash bin for this. Just pull out some fabrics that you like, you know, that kind of coordinate and complement each other, and then you're pretty much ready to get started. All right, guys, that's everything that I use when I'm English paper piecing. It's pretty low supply, so very easy. You just need some needles, some scissors, some thread, and of course your English paper piecing, and you're pretty much good to go. So that's gonna be it for today's video. If you like it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. That way I know to keep making them for you. You can also hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming fun. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you next time. They're so cute, right? Like your fabric with, but it does, can you though? Another favorite thing I have for English paper Another favorite thing I love for my other, anyway, whatever. All right, that's it. We're good. We're done. You're done.